pleasure sharing inspiration and meaningful messages from the leaders within TIB through the bulletin. And today is yet another special day as we hear the wisdom and thoughts of our proteges about how building network could help one on his or her career advancement. Let us all welcome our BN proteges batch 2 as they talk about their leadership journey and how connection and alliances help out in their roles as leaders. Once again, this is OM10, and I'm welcoming everyone in the bulletin, the VN Protégé Project.
Hello, team, and welcome to the sixth episode of the Bulletin. I am Nia Doloiras, a Project Hippo candidate from Cluster Purple, and together with me is Justin Garcia, an LS apprentice, and we will be your host for the second part of this three-part special of Bulletin, the Protégé Project.
Last time we get to know the first four leaders of the first batch of the VN Proteges, where we talked about the becoming of a leader. Today we are down to the second batch of our proteges, and I'm very excited. I hope there are two to talk about the impact and influence of the building a network in advanced career growth.
And let us introduce to you our guest for today. We have Operations Team Leader, Michael Hafalia.
We also have Operations Team Leader Romeo Ramolete Jr.
And we also have Operations Team Leader, April Villedo.
and OIC Operations Manager Mary Joy Gonzalez. And TELUS team members, without waiting any longer, let's get into the details of the
BulleTIN
VN
Protégé Project.
And to start off, for our first question, I want to address this to everyone. When did you realize you're ready to move up your career? And what are the key milestones which happened that made you decide, I'm ready to move up?
Hi everyone, April here. To answer the question, actually for me, no one can tell if he or she is ready for a certain role. Because for me, I believe that every day is a learning process. So the things that you will encounter, the challenges, those are the things that will make you stronger and more mature in that specific role. So along the way, you will definitely learn a lot of things, and with the help of your managers and with the help of your superiors, then they will definitely, I believe, impart some of the things that you need or you to equip you to be a better operations manager, or some career that you want to go or you want to be someday. So yes, with the support of all the people around you, definitely you will be equipped and you will be a better person.
Hi, I'm MJ. Well, I agree with April's answer, right? Gonna really tell the right time. Although, for me personally, I have, of course, a timeline for myself throughout my career. Like, of course, no, I don't want to be, just at this level because I keep on pursuing growth. But along my journey, I learned that I have to find the the right ingredient of having mentors to help me out. Of course, me as well expressing my intent that I wanted to grow. So, I guess the perfect time is, when the opportunity is there and you're ready to really grab that opportunity.
They've said it all. But looking at it, no one's ever ready for anything, right? We tend to learn a lot of things along the way. I think that's the most important thing, accepting what you have done so far, the decisions that you have to make. That's the learning that you'll actually be getting once you get to that particular position. Milestones is more or less the wins that you'll be getting once you get there, right? So there's a lot of milestones that you have gotten when you're actually a team leader. When you tend to teach a lot of team members and you see them also grow. So those are milestones, or we can call that big milestones as well, because personhood part. When you see your own agents or team members growing, and they also want what you have currently. So that's for the milestone. And again, with the help of other people and the people around you that will actually support you, it's they'll be the one to actually help you out and pushing you upwards. So again, no one's ever ready, but I know that a lot of people would actually push you to be better and to be ready as
Well, for me, I agree with MJ. You can never know if you're ready or not. You just have to grab the opportunity if it's there. I think the most important thing is to get like maybe exposed to something, like use the network, ask for best practices, um, do something that can make you exposed on how things work. Once you're there, you'll know how it's working. You'll know how to do it. Everything's gonna be smoothly if you're somehow like a little prepared, not yet ready, but exposed. I mean that's for me.
All right, thank you, leaders, and let's proceed to our next question. So this question is for OMMJ and DC Romeo. So, is there anyone in your life who influenced and shaped who you are now? And what for you is their greatest impact on your values and philosophies?
well. The people who actually influenced me are the Talos team members. I came from a different site. I actually came from a different center, right? So when I entered Talos, it was a different story, right? The first thing that I needed to learn was to be Talosized. How Talos works, what's important for Talos, especially engagement. Those are the things that I needed to learn first, right? So I think the most or the people who actually influenced me more is all the team members that I've met so far, and that I'll be meeting. Your values, your philosophies will change every time, and this is because of the experiences that you've been through with these people or with the people that you actually meet. So more or less a lot. Like to give you an example, so I have a former SOM from UMA who helped me in terms of me being telecized. Right? And then we have, when I joined Ready Now for Araneta before, like Obi also told me, about integrity. So there are things that you've learned along the way, and this actually shapes you to who you are right
Thank you, DC Romeo. And how about you, OMMJ?
If the question is really asking about someone to whom I would say I was formed in terms of values and integrity, I would say, of course, that's my mother. I mean, the strength of character she has, compassion, integrity, all of that. Telecized me is also because this is the first job I've had coming out from college. So, of course, my values formation as an employee, right? As a team leader, and now working as a manager was formed actually, and is being formed within Telus course. So I would say that I have actually a lot to name, of those people who influenced me, but all of them actually, everyone I worked with, and I would be honest, right? I did not like all the managers I've had. I did not like all the team leaders I've had, but I was able to pick up a thing or two from them, things I want to be like, and I want to apply, things I don't want to be like, because it did not make me feel good. So there, actually. But of course, I have all the bosses I worked with, the team members especially, because I believe that all the teams, I think, I don't know if they'll be watching this, but all the teams I've been with from the past up to now, people I'm handling, of course, like what Romeo said, they would build you to who you are, make you stronger, or probably make you softer. It depends on the situation. But I thank all of them also, and all the bosses I've worked with, because along the way, all these formations I've had, I think, have led me to be given this trust to be in this role.
All right, thank you very much. I feel so lucky to be here, getting the first-hand answers from amazing people. Now, getting on to the next question. This question goes to TC April and TC Michael. Now, how does building a network of people help you grow your career in TELUS?
Well, I believe that the people that you will be with plays a vital role in your career, especially in the company. So if you really want to move up, you really have to choose the people that you will be with. You have to determine first. You have to assess yourself. What type of person are you? So you have to know what type of people or group you would have to go with or collaborate, because you would have to determine your strength. You also have to determine your weaknesses. So if you were able to know your personality, then that's the time that you have to look for those network and the people around you who would also help you out in return, in enhancing your skills and also your knowledge, and some people that would definitely help you out to be better, and to move up the ladder. Especially with our mentors, and I'm lucky to be part of this project, the Protégé project, because for me as a person or as an individual, this is a great opportunity for me to be exposed to all the people here in TELUS, because you'll definitely encounter a lot of things, just like what we're doing right now. So this is the first time that I saw every one of you, right? So without this project, then I won't be able to know you. You won't be able to know me, and what's my mindset and all those things. So, but you also have to know what are the things that you have to get, or your takeaways, and also the things that you would have to set aside. Those things are that will not help you out to grow. So building the network within the company will definitely help you as an individual and for you to move up your career. So you have to really choose those people. And I really recommend, looking for those mentors that will definitely impart and give trust, to help you out in this company and to be better someday.
For me, building network, it helps us in somehow like be prepared. It's more of like if you want to join a swimming competition, it's better if you're gonna be taught by someone who's really good at swimming, right? Less you'll be exposed on some things that you'll bump into once you're there, like for example, accidents in the swimming pool, stuff like that. Cramps. You'll be prepared because if you'll be exposed in some things that you were not supposed to be exposed, like for example the things how they set up this activities or stuff like that, you'll know how it works, so you'll be more prepared the next time you need to do something like this. You know who to talk to, you know what to expect, you know what are the challenges, you'll be prepared. So for me, it's more of like the one that stood out, it's the preparation, like being exposed to the network. You get those best practices, you get this motivational speech, things that you need to know to be there, not like be the best, but a little prepared compared to like not knowing what's happening. That's it for me.
Okay, thank you so much, leaders. It really helped us, team members, to know this experience because it motivates us and it really inspiring us. And lastly, so our last question is for everyone. The question is, did you have any career plan on your way toward becoming a leader or just seize opportunities as they come?
Just like what you've said, no? Seize the opportunity, like seize the moment. So when I was I started as an agent, I seized the opportunity because I know that the account was growing. I tried to be interviewed for the TL post. I was able to get it. So there's no technical career path for me during that time because I know that that's something that started out as not taking in calls, right? I think everyone started from that particular part, not to take in calls. But as you grow, as you meet people, as you get inspired with a lot of people, then you tend to build your career through that. You take a look at the people around you. You take a look at the leaders around you. your OMs, SOMs, directors, and of course your site lead. And that's the start of when you actually want to build your career. Sometimes you want to even jump from operations to support, right? So there are people who actually does that, and this is because something inspired them to do that. But through the course of my stay here in Telos, I'm determined for me to be able to help out in terms of how can I help out for operations. So, but if there's actually an opportunity also, probably in being a support team, why not? As long as you're still with Dallas.
For me, I think I'm not getting any younger anymore. I think this is the end path for me, like a BPO. I mean, this is what I chose. I mean, I'm a graduate of a different, I would say not connected, but but I'm here. I mean, a few years ago, I'm with a different company. Um, it's really different when I entered Telus. I mean, for example, the engagement. The previous company that I had, they don't really care about any engagement. It's not like it's not a big thing. Here, I mean, I see people taking care of other people. Like when I started here in Telus, I terminated like two agents in less than, I don't know. I believe she's my manager back then, right? Because that's how it works. We used to do subtraction to the addition. Like if you're not performing, you're not making sense. You're just here to take the money of the company and not performing. That we're not getting any value on how or what you do. We just terminate you. Well, after that, I learned. Well, I see people grow. I see people like say thank you from their hearts. Like in this way, I, I'm happy. I'm helping other people like get their careers, their happiness, like going to work. Sometimes it even gives me guilt. Like they're like sick like like a dog. They can't even speak normal, but they're here out of respect, out of happiness. They won't hit the performance, the absenteeism, and stuff like that. So I would say this is I chose this as the end career for me, like the operations in BPO, because of how I've seen like people be happy on what you do, on how you influence them, put a smile on their face. Not in ways like giving money, but like just giving advice, showing them how it's like, how to be a leader. Like really seeing how to influence people really struck me. So for me, this is the end path for me because of that.
So for me, actually, with my career, I don't have any plans like in a short period of time, but I want to make sure that my mission and my passion correlates. You should know your mission. What's the reason why you're working? The career will definitely be. I mean, the network, as what we are discussing earlier, will definitely plays a big role on your career. So even if I plan, let's just say way back 15 years ago, I didn't plan to be in a BPO industry. I was working in a different industry, but now I'm here. So I didn't think of being a team leader in a BPO company before, but now I'm here. That is because of the network and the people that I was with, like previously. So I was encouraged to apply in a BPO, and now I'm here. So I didn't plan that, but because my mission is to provide something for my family and also make them proud, that's actually my mission. But how can you do that? You have to have the passion. You have to know what could be, I mean, with your characteristic and your behavior, you should know where you can place yourself. And that's where your career will grow. So you would have to get people around you to help you out to be better. So if you have that mission, my mission is to make my family proud, my kids proud. But how can I make them proud? So I'm using my career to make them proud. I'm using my career as my example to them. So, they will look up to you, right? Even you started on that level, but you step up the ladder and you become better. So that's already like a big, they will be proud of you, right? So in no, I'm not saying that my kids will also be part of a BPO, but of course I mean the mindset. That's what we are trying to build them, right? So that's actually what where I'm coming from. So I'm not really planning like 5 years from now I want to be an OM, I want to be a director, but I'm setting my goal. I'm setting my mission, and I'm putting myself on something that I will still continue to learn. I will step up, but I cannot set that from after 2 years I'll be an OM. From 3 years I'll be a director, something like that. Because I want to set expectation. I want to make sure that I have lesser expectation of myself because I don't want I mean like the depression, because if you're expecting, you have a high expectation and won't be able to meet it, then it's hard. So for me, my mindset is to up, know my mission and my passion. Especially if your passion is to help people, then definitely you can be with different people, right? You can help people to move up as well if that's something that you want to be, then or help them out, then that's where I want to be. So yeah, but for my career, definitely I will move up. It's a continuous learning. So as long as I live and as long as I'm here, I will definitely step up, and I will. I know that I have all my mentors and my superiors to help me out as well. Thank you.
Well, for me, I would say, yes, I have a plan. I am here because I have a plan, but at the same time, while I was, you know, checking the plans I have one by one, I grabbed and I seized all opportunities that came along my way. Um, Actually, it took me 4 years before I decided to step up and apply as a team leader. Reason for that is because I'm here because of the money. I mean, when I graduated, of course, the BPO industry was the booming industry. It's easy to join. 24 hours, you get hired. The next day, you sign your contract. The next day, you start training. In a month, you're earning salary. Come into work, taking calls, you get extra money. There were a lot of incentives. No? One of the reasons why it took me a while to leave the agent post, because I was kept on being told that being an agent would give you more money. Well, I proved that right. I mean, eventually, when I applied as an OIC, of course, my team members were earning more than I was. They're paid OT and so on, and you do the admin stuff. But along that way, I really believe that what pushed me through is because I had that goal for myself. Right? Of course, I applied as an OIC. I wanted to be certified as a team leader. So you have to work your ass off to be there.
On that note, I would like to thank you all for sharing your experiences and thoughts as a leader. TC Romeo, TC Michael, TC April, and OMMJ. And of course, for this special edition of the Bulletin VN Protégé Project.